Pokemon Legends ZA is coming out this year, and that's fantastic. In a couple months, we're going to get our hands on Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, before then, I wanted to make it my goal to play through Pokemon Legends Arceus and give you my honest thoughts on how the game is going in 2025, and maybe should you buy it if you want to. Now, this is going to be a 5-part series of the entire game. Pretty much each area is going to have its own part. And I'm going to be telling you my honest, very, very honest on how I thought of playing the game. Anyways, this was part 1. So I started off my adventure not thinking too much of it. Really having a great time because I haven't played Pokemon Legends game in a while. And I was able to go around and use that beautiful catch mechanic. I love that catch mechanic. It was amazing. Anyways, he dropped me off and I was like, "Hi, Professor, what are you doing?" And then he's like, "Go and catch the Pokemon." So I did. I caught all the starters. Anyways, these starter lineup is a really good choice for a Legends game. Anyways, he brought me to the city and I was like, yeah, the city looks pretty interesting. Now, not gonna lie, there was one thing that kind of stood out. So the first time that I entered the city, it looked a little strange. Now, I was playing most of the game on a bigger, on a monitor, and it looked a little out of resolution. Anyways, I continued on my story, and I was finally at to the point that I gotta pick my starter. Now, the first time I played the game, I picked Oshawott, but this time I wanted it to be a little bit different. So anyways, I went to go and get my starter. So I picked Mr. Rowlet, and here we go. Me and Mr. Rowlet went to become the best Pokemon duo ever. He was pretty much in my team throughout the first area. Anyways, we went off to the first area, finally free of all of this city stuff, finally going out to be the Pokemon Master. But wait, first we had to do about a 15-minute long tutorial, which isn't a bad thing. I guess you get to learn how to play the game, but if you already played the game, it's a little bit hard to sit there and talk to people. But anyways, after my big old accomplishment of doing the tutorial, I was finally free, and I felt that because I felt amazing. I was able to go and catch myself a Bidoof, and the Bidoof is amazing because that was the first one that I completed the page of the Pokedex for. Anyways, after catching that beautiful Bidoof, I went on my merry way to catch more Bidoofs. And then a bird, a Starly, was just there, so then I decided to catch him. And anyways, I was going left and right, catching Pokemon after Pokemon after Pokemon. I really felt like the really strong Pokemon trainer that you want to be. You want to be a Pokemon Grandmaster, so that's what I felt like. Anyways, I kept going, and then I threw my Pokemon at a tree, and then I got the berries out of the tree. That is a key factor of the game that I really do enjoy. Using your Pokemon for much more than battling. Using them to harvest stuff, and even get you some ores and materials to make more Pokeballs so you can get more Pokemon, which is pretty fantastic. After that, I decided to go and explore even farther. Now, this area was more level 1 to 10 Pokemon. But when I got over to near like the right side of the bottom side of the map, I ran across Mr. Snorlax, and he was pretty mad. He was pretty angry at me. Anyways, I decided to go right by him, not bother Mr. Snorlax, and then I went on to see some more Pokemon. And these Pokemon were level 30 Pokemon, so I was way over my head. So I decided to just walk there, and then I got hit by a Pokemon. I was like, nope, I can't do this anymore. So I ran all the way back, and then Mr. Snorlax tried to chase me. Anyways, that was fine. Now, there's one thing that I did notice when I went over there. The game kind of jittered a bit. I don't know, a little frame drop, but I saw it. It was pretty noticeable. But overall, it was fine. I was having a great time still. Anyways, I went off to do some more of the main story. Collecting stars, collecting a whole bunch of stuff to level up my Pokedex. I got my first star, and I was pretty happy about that. Anyways, then I had to go and see the big old guy who's in charge. The professor, maybe we would say. Anyways, he's in charge of giving you stars for the academy. So I got my very first star. he told me I was going to be the Pokemon trainer. So then he gave me my star and I went straight back out there. I didn't want none of that stuff. But of course they had to tell me, hey, you got to make sure you go and catch more Pokemon. We need our beautiful academy to research all this stuff. Now, of course, when I was playing the game, I didn't read the story, so this is just a recreation of the events that happened in the game, because I wasn't going to read them. I wanted to really get in the game. I was super excited to finally catch the Pokemon again, because in the basic Pokemon games, the thing that kind of, annoys me a little bit is just having to go, encounter, and then catch them finally. But no, here I was catching them left to right within 2 seconds of each other. And I was having such a fun time because of this feature. Pokemon Legends Arceus is just a fantastic game for that. Anyways, I went back off to my adventure. He told me to go up to the Grand Central Island, the point of the middle of the map. So I did that. I met a Geodude along the way, and also before that, I had to battle a Mushlox, and the Mushlox, not gonna lie, took down half of my team, because my team was, I guess, a little bit underleveled, and also rollout was a pain. Was a pain for my beautiful Rowlet because of his weakness. But anyways, I managed to proceed through the battle, got the acceptance from the person, and got my Geodude. So that's how we ended up here. Anyways, after that, you were like, you gotta go and fight an alpha Pokemon. So then that's what I did. I fought an alpha Pokemon. I saved the day, and I wanted to try to catch it, but it didn't let me. So, anyways, Mr. Professor was like, go back to the village, get some sleep, and then you're gonna go and meet the Pearl people. The Pearl people at the tree. So, that's what I do. I go rest up, catch some more Pokemon, and make my way to the tree, the tree of life, that's the one. And yeah, so on my way there, I caught at least 27 Pokemon, and it was really fantastic. Now, inside of the cave, now there's one cave on the map that let's just say it looks absolutely horrendous. Now, it doesn't look terrible if you're playing in handheld mode, because throughout this game I also played in handheld mode on a Switch OLED. Now the Switch OLED screen really makes the game look beautiful, but for some reason on the monitor it just looked bad. It didn't look that great. But anyways, we brushed all that stuff aside and we went off to fight the mighty, what's his name? Yeah, well, when I was editing this video, I forgot to tell you. I wanted to get my Weirdeer. That's right, I got my Weirdeer, and now he's part of my team, which is pretty fantastic. Now I can traverse the land, and this feels amazing. It opens up the game to a whole new experience in a way, if you know what I mean. Anyways, back to the story. Mighty Kleavor, that's the one. Mr. Kleavor. Now, Mr. Kleavor, I thought that I would have had to redo the battle multiple times, but no. The Pearl people told me, are you ready? You gotta be the very best. Mr. Kleavor is a strong one, so they sent me out there with 2 bags or a couple bags of perfumey, powdery stuff, and I'm pretty sure it's Stardust. But anyways, I had to throw that Stardust right at his face, and to show him who's boss, I threw all my Stardust at him, and then I threw my Pokemon ready for battle. Now, he took down pretty much all my team. So, he took down my beautiful Rowlet, and then all my other Pokemon, and all my Bidoofs, and I kept throwing my beautiful Stardust at him. Kept going. And then it happened that Mr. Luxio was the last one standing. Anyways, we took down Mr. Kleavor. Luxio was happy. I was happy too. And we also freed him from all of his weird, juicy, yellowy, glowy stuff. Now, there was a couple frame drops from this little encounter. I don't know if it's the Switch. I don't know if it's the game. Pretty sure it might be the game. But overall, pretty interesting. Did that, calculated everything. I was great. Yeah, so after that, I decided it'd be a good idea to go in, catch more Pokemon. Who would have guessed? I know, it's such an unpredictable occurrence. But anyways, that's what I did. So I caught at least 50 more, just to make sure that I would get the 2-star that I need, the 2-star that I desperately deserve. I get to be the Pokemon Grand Trainer. Anyways, I did that. I caught more and more and more, and then I made my way over to the end of the level, or more, the professor, if you want to call it. Anyways, I made my way there, and that's what I did. I talked to him, and he was like, congratulations, you made it to 2-star level. You are a grand Pokemon trainer, but first, you gotta make your way to the big guy in charge of the world, and you gotta say, hey, where's my 2-star at? So anyways, that's what I did. I made my way over to the city. I made my way to the Capitol Hall, and I said, hey, I need my 2-star. And he's like, congratulations, you took down the friendly Kleavor, the Kleavor? The Kleavor, yes, anyways. You took down the Kleavor, and I'm going to reward you with this, and also your 2-star. Congratulations. And I'm going to give you the recipe to make feather balls. These are the best balls in any Pokemon game. These are the best ones. Anyways, he gave me that ball, and I was super happy about obtaining the feather ball. So, anyways, that was very, very great. Then, he told me to go have a picnic with my friends, so that's what I did. I went to have a picnic, and they were like, oh my gosh, congratulations, you took down the Frenzy Novel Kleavor. Anyways, I took him down, and then I was having just a nice big supper with them, and it was amazing. So then, it was my time to go and say goodnight. But first, there was one lady that stopped me in her tracks, and she was like, hey, I'm going to give you the Spiritomb Vial, and I need you to find all of these purpley, glowy, orby things. So, I collected one, and then headed off to bed, because I was tired. So that's what I did. Now, since we reached the end of the first #1 playthrough, we did the entire first area, I'm going to be telling you my very, very honest thoughts. Please don't get upset with the very honest thoughts. These are my personal honest thoughts about the game. I played through the first area, and I'm going on to the second area. That's going to be part 2. Anyways, here we go. So I'm going to be telling you the good things that I've noticed in the game and the bad things that I've noticed in the game. Alright, for the good things, should you buy it in 2025 was the big question. Well, yeah, you should actually, because it's a really, really fun game. Now, I really did enjoy being able to catch your Pokemon by just throwing the ball right at their face, and yeah, it was super fun. Also, collecting berries and then using those to throw at the Pokemon after they rot, so then you can knock them out, was also really amazing. I do enjoy that. Now, the game did look pretty good if you're playing on an OLED screen, because it was really like bright and poppy, like the Pokemon itself looked really good. Also, I do enjoy the Pokemon itself, like the designs in the Pokemon, you know, they're really, really nice. Now, don't say that I don't know anything about Pokemon, because I think that the polished smoothness from the light and the textures and whatever, it just looks really nice. Now, also, the moves were fine. Also, I do enjoy not waiting a delay from catching one Pokemon, the next Pokemon, the next Pokemon, the next Pokemon. Should you play the game in 2025? Should you buy it if you didn't do it? Yes, you should. It's a really, really good game. It's easy to catch Pokemon that you really like. Didn't get a shiny. Was really sad about that. Now for the bad things that I think maybe ZA could improve on, and maybe you don't want to get Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I think you should anyways. Alright. So, one thing that I've noticed was sometimes it was a little glitchy in some parts of the game. I'm not quite sure if this was the Switch's fault or the game, but I'm pretty sure it's the game. Now, another thing that was kind of sad to me was the lack of Pokemon in the open world. Now, there are a lot of Pokemon in the open world, but there's some parts that you can get to that there's not really that many Pokemon. Now, there's one other thing that I'm just like, you know, it's the fact that when you're playing on a big screen TV, you notice that you see the clipping of like the game, I guess. You see all this white particle stuff. Yeah, I've been noticing that stuff quite a lot. But overall, it's a pretty fun game. Now, there's one thing that I really don't like is actually the first version of the game allowed you to use mass outbreaks and a whole bunch of other stuff. But now I'm not seeing any mass outbreaks. Shinies are reduced, and it just feels a little bit, dull. Like they didn't want you to use the mass outbreak methods that people used to shiny hunt. Because mass outbreaks were one of those big things that you really noticed in the older version. But overall, if you don't have Pokemon Legends Arceus, I still think it's a really fantastic game. Just make sure you're aware of these minor glitches and stuff. And also do not update your game because, trust me, the older version is much, much better. But anyways, what do you think about this? Do you think that Pokemon Legends Arceus is a really good game in 2025? Or do you think, no, it's not? Remember, I told you my honest opinion. Tell me your honest opinion. Honestly. Let me know in the comment section down below. Please don't try to, say, hey, this is dumb because, this is the best game ever. All these glitches, they don't exist. Just play the game. And then let me know about that comment, after. I'm just trying to help here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Consider to hit the subscribe button if you want to watch the part 2, which is the Moisty Mirelands. The Moisty Mirelands. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Anyways, that's what we're going to do. We're going to test out that area too. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. With that being said, see you in the next one.